Great win for us tonight. The team came out and stuck to the game plan. We been stressing how important it is for us to play as a team. Everyone plays a very important role on this team, on and off the field, and it's really coming together and it's starting to show. I thought our last 3 games have been very good in all different ways, and we're going to continue getting better. But credit to the players because they put the work in this entire week at practice, actually for the last month. Our mentality and the way we're enjoying our football, that's been really the message as well, is enjoy. Enjoy what you're doing, enjoy playing for each other, and they are. You should see our practices. They're smiling, they're having fun, but at the same time we're competing and we're trying to be the best. So it showed out here today, and great mentality from start to finish.
William, SP Sports Radio Service. I know we talked about it a lot at the beginning of the season, but Jordan overall the season has been incredible for you guys in goal. Did you expect her to kind of break out as one of arguably the best goalkeepers in the league already this season?
Actually did. That's why we brought her in. We had a lot of high hopes for her, and she's making it happen. We knew that she had all the qualities to be a great goalkeeper in this league. She just needed to be given that opportunity, and you saw it here again, and you're seeing it in every game. So just excited for her, and she's only going to continue getting better.
Brian?
So Brian G. Santa Cruz Voice. So today you started 2 players with 2 combined games. You had to bring another player in that had 1 game played. The way they played was not looking like that was the first couple of games they played this season. And overall, the team facing a top 4 team in the league looked like they were the better team for the most part today. And that's an improvement from Kansas City a few weeks ago. Can you comment on that and talk about how you're looking at the rest of the season and toward those top 4 teams?
It's interesting you mentioned the Kansas City game because that's where it started, and we took a chance. And I actually said it to the media, we're going to start playing in a different way, and we're going to start against Kansas City. I knew that was going to be very difficult because they're the best team in the league, but we had to start somewhere, and what we've done is we've just kind of changed our mindset of being more aggressive now and attacking and enjoying our football and connecting with our passes. So we opened ourselves up against Kansas City, and that was fine. We were willing to have that difficult game, and then it paid off against Angel City, and then against Houston we had it and we created so many opportunities. And in this game, although they probably had more possession, look at our chances that we created and how dangerous they were, but more importantly how well we were organized defensively, and we kept their midfield out of the game for the most part. They have arguably maybe the most dynamic midfield in the league, but we did what we've been practicing, and like you said, these players, they've been playing together, right? Maybe not on the field for games, but we know that anyone that steps in can have a positive impact, and that's what's happening.
And a quick follow-up there. Taylor Huff and Rudy seem to be playing just a different level than everybody else right now. And it started for Taylor, of course, for Taylor at the beginning of the season, but Rudy, again, back to that return from the Olympics. Are you seeing that both on the field and at practice now?
We are, and with Taylor, again, she's a rookie. She's going to start getting to know the league even better with each game, and she's very close to scoring. And you're going to start seeing some goals from her. And then Rudy gives us what she did last year, and she's starting to show again, which is exciting. But you have to give credit to Z. Z came in today and had an outstanding game. Did everything we asked her to do. Played for the team and played with so much heart and desire, and incredibly proud of her for that. And then Rudy comes in and does what she can do, and could have easily had maybe 2 or 3 goals or assists.
Paul?
Hola, Rudy, 10 a.m. Congratulations, 3 positive results. Angel City, Houston, and tonight with Portland. We have been talking in the press conference about getting that consistency from the last 2 games to play back here at Maple Park. How do you guys achieve it?
So the consistency comes from the type of work and energy we bring at practice every single day. And that's what they're holding themselves accountable for. Yes, we've created this culture that they want to work for each other. They want to play this type of football that we enjoy the game, but we know it takes hard work. We know we're going to have to defend in moments. And that's where the consistency is coming from, because they're all willing to do the work, and it's helping the team.
The last question in Spanish. Albertin se pasó el examen, tenías la responsabilidad de venir con el buen resultado de Angel City, Houston. Esta noche, un buen resultado. ¿Cómo te sientes ya de haberlo logrado? Gracias.
Muy orgulloso. El equipo jugó muy bien, pero jugamos para el equipo. No fuimos individuals hoy. Jugamos con una pasión y una energía y de verdad disfrutamos el fútbol, pero con la mentalidad de ganar. Y eso teníamos muchas ganas del principio hasta el final del juego.
Gracias.
Gracias.
We're going backcourt and then a road.
Dino Cespedes into the channel. Coach, congrats on the big win. You could probably make the case that Portland had the better first half. You know, I think offensively they got a lot of shots off. Second half, much less so. But you went to halftime with the lead. Can you talk about what the conversation was at halftime? And then obviously you make that big wave of subs, 72nd minute, and now all of a sudden playing on the front foot as well. The second half, it seemed like you were one step ahead of them maybe tactically. Can you talk a little bit about what the second half game plan was?
Well, it's interesting because in the first half, I thought we did a very good job limiting their midfield. That was the key. And then, of course, Kaya Hanks on the side, on the left side, was creating all sorts of opportunities. They weren't clear chances, but they were quite dangerous. So we just made an adjustment, making sure that we're a little bit tighter. We're doubling and supporting, and that's where you saw Rachel Hill coming back. You saw Penelope coming back. And the message was the discipline needs to be there because we were good, but we knew we could be that much better. Continue to deny the midfield space, but make sure that we now double on the wings, and that's what we did. And then they become a little bit predictable in playing long balls. And then their midfield had to go and drop all the way back to get the goal out of the ball. Perfectly fine with us if they have to drop all the way to their back line. So we limited their space in the middle, and we were tighter in the wings.
And can you talk quickly about the Oshuala minutes?
Azizada Oshuala? Yeah, she's been, her last 3 weeks of practice has been one of the best players on the field. And that's our job as the coaches and as a staff to reward players that do that. And it's just been, it's actually the best that I've seen her play with us. So she earned it, deserves it, and it's going to be some tough decisions for next week now that we've got Z and we've got Rudy and we still have Carly that continues to develop. I mean, it's a good problem to have though. But credit, and I'm really happy for us he's at.
Then we're going to go with Rowie and then we'll come back.
Rowie Hadar, MSNBC. Had a question about the international break. You know, if you had kind of a short window to be able to tinker a little bit in terms of being able to, develop this new strategy. Like, how crucial was that time to help sort of refine that, and how much did you see what you guys worked on during the break out there today?
Actually, it was very important. We knew, looking ahead, when we played Kansas City, that's where it started, but we knew we would have this extra week or 2 weeks to prepare. And but it's not only us looking at that, it's the players being able to execute, right? So it gave us time to make sure that they understood what their responsibilities were, but then for them to also enjoy to play this way, right? Because when you're enjoying your football, then you're going to be that much better. So yes, it was very important. It came at the perfect time, and but the players still have to go and execute, and they did.
And as a quick follow-up, in terms of enjoying stuff, has that been like, there been particular activities or things that you've been implementing to help them get there, or is that just a matter of results and mindset translating?
So it's interesting. This will be somewhat bizarre, just because we had a very good defensive performance, but it's really more on focusing on the attack and being ourselves and expressing ourselves, which is something that's very important to us and how we want to play football. We went through a spell there against San Diego and Seattle where we focused on the opposition much more than I thought we should have, right? But I made that decision to, hey, we're going to defend this way. And then I'm like, wait a second. We're not enjoying what we're trying to do. I mean, they want to work hard, but let's enjoy it by going forward, attacking, and that's really what football's about, and let the players express themselves. And once we kind of if anything, we just let them be free, give them a little bit of information. Yes, this is what we have to do to defend, but let's go. And the training sessions have kind of really shown that.
We'll go back to Brian, close it out.
So, one of the things that I keep noticing is that with Jordan's development, his first year as a starter, she has one of the best who's ever done it sitting here right in front of her. And there is nobody that escapes when they need to hear what they need to hear. Even Abby Dahlkemper gets Jordan's ire if they're not in the right place or doing the right thing. How much of that are you seeing and saying, okay, this is the right girl? How much of that are you saying this, is she ahead of where you thought she was going to be, where she's doing that all right?
So she is ahead in that sense on communicating and now really having that impact where she has the voice. Because we knew she had the qualities, the physical qualities and the technical qualities. But the fact that now she's leading our back line alongside with Abby, that comes with the confidence that she's showing. And that's one of the things we've asked her to do. It's like, okay, now be more vocal, lead, demand, and control that box, okay? Not only with your performance, but with your voice. And look, everything we tell her to do, she just takes it in, applies it, and that's all we can ask for as a coach.
And you started somebody next to Abby that had one game this season so far, and until she got the injury, it seemed like she was just simply holding her own, and there was no step down from anyone else you put in there this year.
Absolutely, and again, someone that we're incredibly proud and happy for. Jordan comes in without really playing at all and has an excellent performance. I thought she was, outstanding defensively, was connecting the passes, was playing over distance. She was very good. And then Kelly comes in, right, and does the job. But that's where it goes back to, it's a team effort, and this is what we're starting to see. And this is where I think it'll make us dangerous this season. It's when we believe in ourselves and we play for each other like this, it's a tough team to beat.
Piggyback on that, any update on the injury?
I'll fill in for
Okay.
that. We just have a lower leg injury. She'll be evaluated this week, and we'll have more towards the end of the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We are glad to be here after this victory with goalkeeper Jordan Silkowitz, defender Alyssa Malonson, who celebrated her first career NWSL goal today. We'll go ahead and open it up to questions. Brian, you're first.
So I got one for both of you. Jordan, I counted 7 plays that kept the team in the game today, kept the ball out of the net. And coach just keeps talking about not only your play, but your leadership. I saw you get even into Abby's behind a couple times today. And that's part of the growth that you've had, that he and everybody else has seen this season. And this just kind of seems to be growing. Could you talk about what you're seeing, what you're learning, and what playing with some of the players around you are teaching you, and how you're growing this season?
I think every week is an opportunity for me just to learn and get better and see what worked the week before and just kind of brick by brick, keep adding to that. That's something that's really big for me. I've also been very fortunate with this coaching staff to give me the opportunity to learn and grow. Obviously, from my first game to now this game, I've grown a lot. I've learned a lot, made a lot of mistakes, but learned from those, done some things well. And just this team is absolutely incredible. The support from my back line, they make my life easy, and I'm just really grateful to get to learn from such incredible players and be able to build that relationship with them. So I think just each week, developing, and the more you see, the more comfortable you get. And I've just tried to, every day, how can I get better today? How can I take one thing away? How can I keep building on what's working, and how can I continue to improve what's not working?
And then Alyssa, I know everybody's going to talk about the goal, but what I see this year is that Coach keeps seeming to put the rookie in between you and Abby, so that you're both being able to kind of help them out a little bit. How is that working for you, with knowing that kind of pressure is put on the two of you?
It's nice at the same time, but also hard. I'm not really that big of a leader on the field. I'm quiet, but I'm learning more as I keep having to deal with it. But it helps having Abby back there. She's so solid. But also the players we've been playing with, they're really good, and I can trust them. I can trust anyone he puts back there. So yeah.
Paula.
Paula Margarita and Tenina, I have 2 questions. Congratulations on your goal.
Thank you.
Performance as a goalkeeper. How do you feel to be part of this victory, especially the last 3 positive results after the break, carrying that responsibility? Thank you so much today.
Yeah, I think it's just honored to be out on the field, getting to work every day with this group and continue to get better. And like I said, the other question, just building on each week, obviously last week at Houston, or 2 weeks ago at Houston, to concede that late in a game that we dominated and created so many chances obviously hurt. But those are lessons that we're going to learn and to continue. Like, we closed this game out. We scored a goal early. We had win with more chances as well. So to keep building on that and to be out there and continue building with everyone, our whole team, it's incredible.
Thank you so much. I was just talking to Albertin. He said create that culture as players. Let's talk about the process of building that culture and continue with that consistent hard work for the last 2 games. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think the past 2 weeks we've been really focusing on how we train, trying to keep the ball and be more of a possession team. But yeah, I think we did really well closing out the game, like Silky said today. And yeah, we're just excited for the next one.
William and Medina.
William, SB Sports Radio Service. I have one for each of you. First for Jordan. Talking to Coach, he said that when he acquired you and brought you in, he felt you had the potential to be one of the best goalkeepers in the league, and he thinks you've definitely been building up to that. Just how much does it mean to have that confidence from the coaching staff and know that they believe in you that much?
Yeah, obviously it's huge to have your coaching staff support. Like I said, they've allowed me to develop and grow into this role, and I'm forever grateful for that, and I'm forever grateful for the opportunity that I've been given, because without an opportunity, you can't grow into that. So I've just been really grateful for their support.
And then for Alyssa, with the way Jordan's been playing lately, how does it give you guys an extra little bit of confidence to go up, do the overlap, when you know if you mess up, she's going to be there to bail you out?
Oh yeah, it's great. Silky, I love when we get a corner against us. Silky is so loud and I love it. It just makes you so hyped, ready for the corner, ready to just get it out of there. Silky, you're awesome. Thank you.
I love you.
We'll go to Dina.
Dino DeCespedes and Silk Channel Podcast. Question for Alyssa. Congratulations on the goal.
Thank you.
Incredible finish. I mean, with that level of ferocity, we're just coming off a U.S. Women's National Team window. What kind of message were you trying to send to Emma?
I mean, obviously it hurts, not being picked, but I'm just trying to keep working on getting better, try to show what I can show Emma, and hopefully maybe get called up again. But I'm just focusing on myself, focusing on what Albertin wants, and just trying to get better.
I'm going to add to that. She's an absolute workhorse in practice, and her attitude and how she's handled adversity this year is absolutely incredible. And if I'm looking from the outside, I'm taking note as well. So.
Thanks, Silk.
Same. And then a quick one for Jordan. Great defensive performance. Can you talk about one, the interplay between the whole defensive unit? I thought Caprice had an awesome game. Alyssa, obviously. And obviously there's an early switch as well. But then late in the match, the ball squirts through, but kind of a tense moment. Can you just talk about how the unit was able to gel and kind of work together and close it out with a clean sheet?
Yeah, I'm super proud of this group. One, shout out to Jordan Brewster coming in, absolutely smashing. Unfortunate that she had to exit the game, but hats off to Kelly Hubley coming in as well. I thought she was tremendous, and I think obviously late in the game, sometimes they have more momentum, but just our ability to stay in our structure and be disciplined in that moment, that was the biggest thing at halftime. Stay disciplined, stay what we do, and I thought our back line and those in front absolutely put in a shift, and I'm so proud just to grit out that win and grit out that clean sheet.
Good evening, ladies. Congratulations on the win. North College Barrier Sports Route. First for Alyssa. That goal you scored was almost at an impossible angle, and you're running in full speed. You want to touch that. Have you practiced that before?
It's funny because one of my teammates, Joelle, she was like, "You do that all the time in practice." I was like, "Oh, I do? Really? Okay." Yeah, it was just the keeper was cheating, so I was like, "Might as well."
Look at you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just awesome. It was exciting. Honestly, I looked around and I didn't think anyone else thought it went in. I was like, "No, that went in." Come cheer for me. But yeah, it was just so exciting. It was an awesome first goal. Yeah.
For Jordan, there were times when you came out aggressively on when they were in the corners, and is that something you just are able to read throughout the match, when to attack and when to stay in the box?
Yeah, I think that's also just a moment learning throughout the season as well. What's my range? Where can I come? Where can I not? What's the time? What's the score of the game? How can I help my teammates and also slow the game down once I get possession? But I'm just continuing to learn and extend that range, and just want to keep getting better at it.
Roy Hadar, MSNBC. Jordan, first for you. I know you were coming back from international duty. Congratulations on
Thank you.
follow-up. How much did you see some of the lessons from working with the U23 national team, in action today and sort of being applicable going forward?
Yeah, I mean, what an absolute honor and incredible experience. I learned so much, and just to be in that environment and the standard, it's a moment I've dreamed of since I wanted to play soccer, like getting that call up, and that was my first one with U.S. Soccer, so it meant a lot to me, but just being in that environment and the standard and what I'm trying to chase, like, I want to be the best in the world. So that was a great step, took what I can, but then coming back here and the goals we have for this club and what we want to do, and I think just continuing to build on that confidence from that, the lessons I've learned, new voices as a staff and players there as well was absolutely incredible, and I'm happy to keep bringing that back to here.
And then just to zoom out a little bit, I'll get to this for both of you, but Jordan, I remember in DC, I was talking with your dad, and he said that when you were very young, that he said, like, we'll do whatever as long as you're having fun and you're saying, like, I'm not tired of this, I'm not done. And Albertin today was talking about just how much fun and positive energy there is. So for both of you guys, just like thinking about like wanting to play the game and wanting to come to practice, like how much has that like been a thing for you guys lately? How much have you seen that in action? Like that idea of just wanting to be there and wanting to keep going?
Yeah, I think we all have our like individual whys, like why would we do. I actually write my family on my tape every game. Like my family's everything to me, and I write my goals in my mirror. I see them every day and what I want to accomplish. I write them inside my locker as well. Like, what am I working towards every day? And I think, obviously, toughs are always hard when you lose. Tough times are tough when you lose. Like, whoa, wow, that was a lot. That was a lot to spit out. But just this group and getting to come to practice every day and just getting to do it together, I think is something super special. I think we would do anything for the person next to us. And just continuing to have that environment and that culture is something that's really important, and it gets you through your hard times, and you keep building that on good times. So.
And also your why?
Yeah, you just want to enjoy doing what you do. Like, you want to love your job, and I love it, especially with the people around me. Like, we have a great staff. Our comms team is awesome. And the coaching staff is incredible. Our teammates are incredible. We just enjoy showing up every day, and it just makes it easy.
Liz, that was really good. That was really good.
All right, with that question of the day right there. Did you have a question?
Yeah.
And then we'll come back.
Devin Bradshaw, Mercury News. What's going through your head when you get that clean-legged goal, especially with it being your first goal? Like,
Yeah.
Just what are you thinking about?
I don't remember. I just remember thinking, like, I have to finish this. But yeah, I was just so excited. Like, I've always wanted to score. Obviously, it's anyone's dream. Silky probably wants to score. But yeah, it was just truly incredible. And just the girls pushed me every day in training. And yeah, it was just awesome.
Explain how hard of a shot that particular shot is.
I don't think it was
I'm gonna have to chime in. She hit that on the run as hard as she could. I'm just thankful that she scored on someone else besides me. So it's really hard to do, and that the power and where she placed that and her ability to, in that moment, full speed, be able to see the goalkeeper cheating and sneak it in near post is such a good finish.
All right, and then
So, Alyssa, let's talk a second here. We don't get to hear from her much because she's not the one getting the one in the net. But
Yeah.
Taylor Huff, this year, as a rookie, has been so instrumental on so many of the scoring chances and,
Yeah.
and the goals this year. And you talk about her influence in that play, actually making 2 chances there, and then
Yeah.
you got it in the same play.
Yeah, she has been incredible this year. She's such a good addition. I mean, all of our rookies have been such a good addition, but yeah, she's instrumental in all our attacking plays. She's such a workhorse. She works so hard. I think that's a big thing. Like, we've been just focusing on just defending, like, really, like, everyone defending at every moment. That's been a big thing Albertin's been saying, and yeah, we really just capitalized on it. So yeah, she's just been awesome. Love Taylor.
all right, that's it for them. Thanks, everybody.